everybody. Okay, got something from Scandinavia again. Had a gentleman named Christian get in touch with me, wanted to do a swap for some rations. And I've never had anything from Denmark before, so this is a Danish 24-hour ration. This is menu number 21. It kind of reminds me a lot of the Dutch ration. I saw a Kiwi dude review. Pretty nondescript box. So, okay, let's check out what's inside of this thing. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. To open up. Just like a little bit of glue right there holding the box together. Ah, well, this is kind of cool. 24-hour meal. Kind of wasn't expecting that. I thought I was like going to get like one of those real meal kind of dehydrated things. And the reason I was kind of expecting that is cold weather operations, you usually don't want something that's already kind of pre-made. You know, they freeze up and that's it. But all right, we have 400 grams of pasta bolognese. We have some tuna, and you can see this company is very prevalent in European rations. Seems like just about every single one that you look in, they are present. We have some fruit musli, Voyager brand. Well, you can see this musli has an incredibly long shelf life. That's one thing I always get. Oh my God, that was expired. That was out of date. That was. These things are bulletproof. They will last for years and years and years. In fact, I've eaten 20-year-old MREs. You know, if they're stored properly, the dates really don't matter. So, okay, flameless ration heater. That is a really tiny container, but that says cheese spread. Farmhouse pate. Have a rabite. Now, I've seen one of these before. I had another gentleman send me just one meal, and it had several of these in it. A smaller protein bar. Another little tin of, or plastic thing of pate. Another cheese spread. And then my favorite kind of peanuts, Nutwalker. And then we have even more peanuts. We have some cashews and some almonds. Okay, this is going to be a mystery. This feels like jam. It said strawberry porridge. I guess this goes with your muesli, potentially. Accessory packet. We'll take a look at that in a second. There's some drink mixes. What is this? Peach flavor drink. Cocoa flavor drink. Lemon flavor drink. And some raisins. I like the way these are packaged. They are very reminiscent of what you would get in an Australian or a New Zealand ration pack or ORP. Say these are clearly packaged in Denmark. Some biscuits. These are like hard biscuits. Another protein bar, so you get 2 of these. And then you get 4 of these, I think these are rye breads. Okay, here's the accessory packet. It's just in a standard Ziploc bag held together with a piece of tape. And try to find the opening for this thing. You can already see I've got one thing of collateral damage. I opened it up, I was like, what is that? One of the sporks failed to survive, which that's okay. And as I understand, somebody said these were edible. I don't really think that that's what they're supposed to be used for, but they are biodegradable. So, oh, that's cool. You get a little toothbrush in there. Sherman, calm down, please. You get an intact spork. You get 3 toothpicks. Box of matches. We have 1, 2. Well, I'm thinking this is the same. Yeah, 3 cleaning antibacterial wipes. You get 3 salts, 3 peppers. Everybody's favorite, Thai food tea. I know how some of you in the UK love that stuff, but hey, it's what they give you, so it's what you drink. So 3 packets of sugar. Then you get 3 coffees. And then lastly, you get 3 packs of dental gum. So this is the accessory packet. Okay, let's get the main started. Of course, we'd use this one for breakfast. It calls for 100 ml of water. And it says, let's stand for 5 minutes and eat. Doesn't specify hot water or cold water. I'm assuming it's your taste. I've got a bunch of hot water down here, so I'm going to use hot with this. And then, of course, we've got our evening ration, our dinner, and it comes with this high-speed heater. So, well, let's take care of this. Get this started. Boy, that wasn't a pretty tear, but I don't know. What you gonna do, huh? That in there. And these usually call for just an ounce or 2 of water down there on the bottom. And I've got that folded around a pad for some reason. Oh, that's why it's not a really large one. So get that all the way at the bottom. Get that down there too. Use just a little more water in there. Fold that over. Give it a shake, and we'll lean this up against a rock or something. Okay, now the muesli. And like I said, I'm not going to open up this whole bottom part. It does have a fill line right here, but it also gives you the amount of water to put in there as well. So just open that just wide enough to get that water in there. Okay, we'll let the water in there and we'll just let that sit for about 5 minutes. Okay, now let's mix up all the drinks. I'm going to do the tea, coffee, and I've never had the peach drink before, so we'll give that a try. It's got a nice smell. Place it in there, grab some of our hot water. And we'll let that steep for a little bit. And then the coffee. So you can see it does have English on the other side, which I totally missed. And I looked at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's got a date code of October 2018, so this has a lot of life on it. And again, this is that peach flavored drink. Yeah, definitely smells like peach. It's supposed to be like 500 ml of water. And we'll give this a stir. Okay, I've got my tray laid out, got my spork, my dental gum, salt and pepper, toothpick, package of sugar, and my moist towelette. Well, let's look to see what else we've got in here. We've got this whole rye bread. There it was, right there in English the whole time. So let's open this up. Look at this. Without getting stuff everywhere. And this usually comes in like a loaf kind of thing, and it's just simply just one slice. Get that out of there. There we go. And then we've got 2 pâtés, and they're kind of a firm pâté, it feels too. There's a farmhouse and a Brussels pâté. Look for the little notch to open these up. Come on, stop fighting. You're gonna get eaten one way or the other. And, well, maybe it is really soft. So it does have a nice little bit of give to it. We can have that with our bread. And let's take a look at the Brussels pâté. I wasn't really surprised that they don't look too much the same exact thing. And again, that has a very soft consistency too. So there we go with that. First little bag of nuts. Like we said, it's got cashews and it's got almonds in it and all that kind of stuff. And I've got this, whatever it is, oils on my hand, so now it doesn't want to cooperate very well. And these look like they're pretty much unsalted, and it looks like you got some like hazelnuts too. So we'll set them right there. There goes Sherman trying to make his presence known. And we've got the strawberry porridge. I guess we'll try this with our muesli when it is ready. And tuna lime with pepper. We'll just hold on with that because I'm sure we could have that with our crackers or with our bread. We have 2 of these toffee bars. That looks really lovely. It's got a really nice, well, it's a mild toffee smell, but it's got like this like fine kind of sugar kind of coating on it. Then we have another bar, the raw bite, and this one is apple cinnamon. It is pretty much like a compressed fruit bar. It has a really, really nice, fragrant, fruity, floral kind of smell. Yeah, like that. And we have these kind of biscuits, the little harder biscuits. Trying to see if we have a little tear notch or something in here, and I don't see one. So we create our own. And these smell kind of like bran or like wheat. So we've got those. And we've got some raisins that we can also use with our porridge or with our muesli, depending on where you're from and what you want to call it. pretty good. Smell pretty good. Have a nice little consistency, even though they might be a little flat, but that's okay. That is all good with us. I just have to make sure I don't dump these on the floor. The dogs eat them. Because that is not, I guess, they're not good for dogs. And then we have these honey peanuts from Walker. And these are pretty darn tasty. I really enjoy these on that Swedish ration. So, who knows? Maybe I'll be getting another one of those relatively soon. And it's got like that nice coating on the outside of the peanuts that gives it a lot of flavor. Definitely does. And what the heck, we'll just set them in there. Go in there with your home with everything else. And we'll set the rest aside. The only thing that we really have left lying about is these little plastic little tubs of cheese. And I was looking, if you look at the back of it, you can actually see, I guess, the date on there, the expiration date. Oh, that was a total fail. Whoever designed the pole tabs, and this is a really soft cheese too. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be kind of a firmer type of cheese. Oop, it's all stuck to my thumb on my other hand now. So, yeah, pretty nifty. Okay, it's definitely been 5 minutes for the muesli. And the nice thing I like about this packaging that Voyager did is they pretty much made a bowl. You can see the contour, and it doesn't fill into the sides or anything, so you actually do have a nice bowl. So that is a very nice touch. We'll look inside, and there's still a little powder remnants in here, but we haven't given this a stir or anything. This has organic or skim milk powder in it. So doesn't look too bad. We'll set some of this right here. It is a little thicker because I like mine on the not too watered down. But you can see it's got raisins in there already because this is muesli with fruit. See the little milk powder? They turn back into milk again down at the bottom. So that is outstanding. Let's see what kind of things we have in here. Okay, the fruit part of this, should be the fruit and nut mix part. It has apples, raisins, and caramelized sunflower seeds. So that's what you have in here, addition to the muesli or oatmeal or porridge for wherever you're from. Okay, let's grab this cheese that I've got wandering all over the place and I keep putting my hands in. We'll grab some of this strawberry porridge. I know it's kind of hard to see with the glaring lights above, but we'll cut a little corner off of this and use some on our muesli. Just a little bit. Sure, that will be nice. Okay, I just pulled this out of the ration heater, and the ration heater didn't exactly work up to its fullest potential. So I would say this is probably lukewarm at best. So we'll give you a little look inside, and this is the pasta bolognese. And again, this is 400 grams of this stuff, so there's going to be quite a good bit of it. And there's still a significant portion inside of the bag. Okay, got my sport. Yes, this looks, I mean, it's very, very meaty. And it's got this spiral pasta in it. Give this a little try. Okay, this was kind of nice. It doesn't have like a very overpowering acidity taste to it. And the meat is like almost the right balance of to the pasta. If you wanted to spice this up a little bit or spruce it up, of course you could use your salt and pepper that I've got hiding over here. So you could do all that. And if you were one of those people that got heartburn at the slightest thing, you could also put just a little sugar in there to cancel out any acidity. So, all right, let's try the muesli. And again, this is apples and caramelized sunflower seeds and raisins. Yep, that's pretty nice. This has been sitting here a little while, so it's not super hot anymore. And we'll use this. This says it was strawberry stuff, but it looks more like apple to me. So we got a little bit of that on there. Okay, this is why it tastes like apple porridge. It has the strawberry porridge, the mixed fruit, and then down at the bottom, apple. So it's just covering all of its bases. So this is definitely the apple porridge. So that is really good. It adds a really nice velvety kind of texture to it. The apple is really smooth, so that is really good. Now on to all of this mystery meat. So we'll grab our little piece of bread at first. I'm going to just try this. Is this actually 2 little pieces? Yeah, it is. It's 2 little pieces. So I'm going to slather some of this cheese on one. I don't know if this is how you eat it or whatever. I didn't really get any instructions or do anything. So we'll put a little bit of this on there. And we'll give that a little try. Yep, the rye bread is nice and firm. It's very dense. The cheese gives it a nice, I don't know the exact way to describe it. It's, of course, it's real creamy. It's not sharp. I don't know exactly what taste that would be. Tastes like cheese. And we'll put a little bit of the, what pate is that? The Brussels pate on here as well, with the cheese. That should make it taste lovely. Yeah, that's pretty tasty. And with the other side of this, we'll try this other pate. So this has to be the farmhouse pate. Farmhouse pate. It's a slightly different shade. It's a little darker. Just so you can compare them for yourselves. That tastes pretty good too. Okay, we'll cleanse the palate with our peach drink that we've got here. It's very sweet. It does have a very strong aroma of peach, so that's pleasant. If you like peaches, you will really enjoy this drink right here. All right, let me move all this aside. And with this piece of bread, we will use our tuna, lime, and pepper, just so we could say that we used everything. And this isn't a slab. This feels like a packaged Star Kiss tuna fish kind of thing. And that's what it is. But it has a very nice smell. Look at that. It has a very nice smell to it. So we'll put some of that on here, and again, it would probably taste really good with the cheese on here as well. Just set that aside for a second. You can see all the little, it's got some spices in that tuna too. See the pepper. That's really nice. Just so I can say that I did it for science. Let me throw some cheese on there too. And like I said, I have no idea if this is how the Danish troops eat this stuff. I'm just experimenting on my own, so keep that in mind. And that's some of the cheese. Yep. The lemon really comes out on this. It almost seems like it gets amplified when you have cheese on it. Not that it wasn't, or the lime. Not that it wasn't present just on its own, but with that cheese and all that, just kind of really gets it going. And with the cheese and this being really soft and the bread being really dense, it gives a nice contrast to it. Nice lot of textures. So that is really well. Okay, now I've been curious about these here things the whole time. They don't smell sweet. They don't smell savory. They're definitely not salted. So I'm just going to try one of these on their own. These are actually pretty darn good. I don't know what I was expecting. And like I said, they're not salty. They're not sweet. They're just like right in the middle. So they will go great with your pâtés and your cheeses and everything else. These are actually kind of tasty. So that's alright. Well, I can't just say it unless I do it. Kind of like. Let's try a little bit of cheese. Put a little bit of meat. Like I said, I have no idea. These could be breakfast crackers, man. I could have like a zillion people laughing at me right now, but hey, I do this stuff for you guys and for curiosity. Nothing more. It's what gets you into this ration game. If you're just curious about the type of food that other kind of nations eat. Alright, let me plop this over here so I don't contaminate anything. Grab our tea this time to cleanse the palate. And again, it's Thai food tea. You drink what they give you. I don't know. I was never a warm tea drinker to start with. So I guess I'm just have this to my palate. My favorite tea I've tried so far is definitely stuff out of the Russian IRPs. That stuff's pretty good. And here's some coffee. That is pretty bitter, so you might want some sugar, or if you're lucky enough to have some honey standby or something. Alright, let's take a look at this raw bite. And this has dates, apples, raisins, almonds, cashews, cinnamon, and some vanilla in there. So that all smells sounds pretty nice. It's very chewy. It's got a soft texture, but it's got some little gems in there, courtesy of those nuts that it had. So this really reminds me a lot of that Polish SRG or SRG that I had a large fruit bar of compressed fruit. So it tastes very, very similar. And then we will try the protein bar or protein toffee bar. This coating is definitely sweet, but like the inner portion, the toffee part, is very mild. So it's not very overpowering. So it just must be more for the protein fortification, or so it's fortified. So, and then that first little peanut pack that we had here. This is the remnants of that. Hazelnuts, all kinds of things. Oh, I had one of the other peanuts sneak in there. Alright, and then we'll try some of these honeyed peanuts from the Nutwalker peanuts. Okay, and lastly, we've got these raisins. And again, this already had raisins inside of it, so you could always add more if you wanted to. But looks like they've seen some better days, but they're still nice and fresh. They're nice and pliable still, so that's good. And they're still very sweet. They're tender, so. All right, and this is just a sample. This is not all of the food that contains. I mean, we still have 3 more packs of these, another pack of cheese, another toffee bar. I mean, this thing is loaded, so this is definitely enough stuff to get you through a day. In fact, on the box it says it has, like, 3,400 calories. Actually 3,452 calories for this meal. So all in all, this was outstanding. Christian, thank you very much for sending this to me. This has been on my list for a long time. I only have one more country, and that's Norway, and I've got all of Scandinavia done. So if you're in Norway and you want to hook a brother up, check out my info down at the bottom. Hit me up. So all right, everybody, thank you for watching. Those of you that celebrate the holidays, happy holidays. And me, Alligator, and my new buddy Sherman that I just got not too long ago, we thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on Facebook. And we hope to bring you some great reviews in 2016. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye. Oh, all these hand towels. Smells like a fresh, fragrant meadow.